Quo stuff. All right, now there should be audio. Y'all can hear us now, right?
Right
Oh
on.
no, the bonky boats. Okay,
I may
sorry.
have grown.
Yeah. Oh no, so when I imported the stuff that Quo sent me, it deleted my audio source in OBS.
I see. I see.
No
Well,
sound.
we live and we learn. But hey, you know what? This is the DGen hour. This is the night shift. Things are gonna go off the rails. So it's all good.
Cece, have you looked at my webcam yet?
No, I see it now. Okay. I was like, that's a weird slime image you put there. Okay.
No, it's a
okay.
VTuber, dog.
I see. We've VTubers now.
Yes, we do. It also has ears. I can hit a button and make it have ears. We're
Hoggy Woggy.
Poggy Woggy. We're doing our best, guys. All right. So again, what you guys missed. I'm Grace. I stream off of 2 channels, either AnimatedElf or me, Minty. We are going to be playing Hades, doing some 3 weapons. We have a bid war going. The only weapon in the bid war that is currently stopped is rail. So anything you put towards rail at this point is completely pointless, as rail is going to be what we're starting with, because it's got the most. So you guys can still donate to pick my 2nd and 3rd weapons up until the point where I start that weapon. And the incentive we've got going right now is that whoever donates the most toward the weapon that gets played gets to pick my aspect. So currently the way things are sitting, I am starting on Lucifer Rail because Maglev donated like $70 for it. Specifically, he donated $66.60 to make me play Lucifer.
There you go.
So we're starting there. And then I believe Kenora is leading on Fist with having me play Gilgamesh. And then somebody anonymously donated $50 to Spear. So I have no clue who that was. So we're going to play Guan Yu as of right now because that's just how this goes. But if somebody else wants to take that away from them or donate to either bow or sword and make it surpass Spear, you are welcome to.
I think being anonymous means that they give up the right to choose, or they didn't specify, so that's it's player's choice.
Oh no! But yeah, my commentators are Lat Millard, Kenora, Bright01, and Maglev. All of them are fantastic people in the Hades community, and you guys should follow them. They're very entertaining. Lat and Bright do a lot of high heat, whereas Kenora does a lot of any heat. And sometimes RTA. What'd you say, Kenora?
I don't run any heat.
No, excuse me. Kenora runs any heat to fuck with Dunko and Dunko only. He does single any heat runs and then edits the game files heavily. But yeah, so we are here. We are playing Hades. Again, like I said, we are starting on Lucifer Rail as that is currently our leader. So any donations that now go towards Lucifer Rail are not really gonna do much for you guys other than just giving money to the kids. But you have until the point at which I complete this Lucifer Rail run to go ahead and donate towards either fist, bow, spear, or sword to make me play one of those. The donator who donates the highest amount, so let's say everybody donates $10, but you donated 20, that $20 donation is going to get to pick the aspect. So currently Kenora is leading on Fist with a $20 donation for Gilgamesh. So I don't know if anybody's going to actually take that away from you. And then obviously bow, spear, and sword are undecided because they are still in contention as the possible 3rd weapon. But if you guys just decide to donate a shit ton to sword, I may or may not have to play Arthur if you make me.
But we can make you play Beowulf.
Or you can make me play Shield. So unfortunately, it would not allow me to allow us 6 options. So Shield isn't an option.
I'm disappointed in you.
So no one can force me to play Beowulf.
You left Spear in and denied Shield.
Correct.
The important takeaway here is that very much still in the cards.
Yeah,
so.
Arthur is very much still in the cards, dude.
Well, we have to give you a cast weapon at some point.
If you want to make Grace swing around a big sword, there's still time.
There's
Hey.
still time.
Oh, I was gonna say Eris is a cast weapon, and then remember that she's
No,
not
I'm playing
Lucifer.
Eris. Yeah.
All right, so
I paid good money for Lucifer.
so I'm gonna yell at Dale really quick to load up Node CG so we can start my timer. Okay, so open PowerShell. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Love Crimson is correct. Arthur is a cast weapon.
Yeah. We have left open at least one cast weapon.
At least one cast weapon. Yes.
The current Arthur world record holder would know whether it's a cast weapon or not.
So, for those not familiar with Hades Any Heat speedrunning, what we've realized very recently is that for slower, I wouldn't call them slower aspects.
I would call it the slower aspect.
Okay, well, for aspects with more specialized kits, sometimes the best thing you can do is just ignore everything
cool.
going
I've got
on
the
with
timer pulled up,
aspect
not where I'm playing Hades. We're good to go.
and throw big casts.
Yes. All right,
And
so
that is exactly what you do on Arthur.
yes. So I am ready to go. If you guys are ready to go for this Zap Lucifer run, courtesy of Maglev, and his donation of 6660. I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, one more.
And she's off.
Yeah. So you would have noticed that we did mention when I was introducing everybody the different. There are different types of categories for Hades, including IGT and RTA. Who wants to explain the difference?
Sure. So the in-game timer is on the top right. You can see it going right now. The category that Grace is doing right now is 3 weapons. So that's 3 weapons played consecutively with no deaths. That's a real-time category. The timer starts when you gain control of Zag on the first weapon, and it ends when you kill that on the last.
IGT is more like individual levels. We usually will call it any heat. And the way that any heat works is it starts upon gaining control of Zag and ends on last hit of Dad. Which you don't need an outside tracker because the game timer automatically tracks that. Now the one of the other big differences between RTA and any heat is IGT doesn't track in certain rooms. So you'll notice, like, if I go into like a story room or something, the timer will stop. Now that only happens in IGT runs. In RTA runs, they are counted.
Can catch my breath.
So Grace, out of curiosity, is this with the Infinite DD mod on?
I forgot to put it back on, so no.
So we're going to be doing our best to survive here.
Yes, I'm gonna be. I forgot to turn on. So we have
No
some
pressure.
marathon safe mods that'll guarantee me a 3-sack, and that will give me infinite death defiances, which is a way to ensure the run goes off without a hitch. I got a new computer since the last time I've done a Hades marathon run that required one of those. Because my last Hades marathon run did not have them. Sick, we're gonna triple bomb, let's go.
Also,
Yeah. All that said, we're off to really an incredible start. So
Yeah.
when you start a run of Hades, you get to pick the first god that you will see. For this particular weapon, we usually start with the Zeus keepsake, so we can get Zeus's attack. And then everything else you get is basically up to chance after that.
Yeah.
And what Elf was able to do was pick up the Poseidon Dash, which is the perfect complement for this weapon. And then she just got her hammer, which is one of like the most important parts of the build. It kind of changes how you can use the weapon throughout the run. And she got triple bomb, which is actually the perfect hammer. Now we'll see. There we go. Yeah. So instead of being able to shoot 1 bomb for your special, you can actually shoot 3 at a time. And on Lucifer, that's like an incredibly powerful effect. Because anytime that there's 3 bombs on screen, is that right? They just
Anytime
all
you
explode.
go to 4.
Anytime
you
have
go to the 4.
more than 3, yeah. Anytime you get more than 3 on the ground, all of them detonate, which is pretty useful.
So you can just
All
keep
of
throwing
them.
out bombs.
You can just keep carrying bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've literally played Lucifer about a total of 3 times.
Hey, I warned you like several days ago. This was
I'm
coming.
aware. That doesn't mean... Well, several days ago when you warned me, I was having surgery on my wrist, so, like, let's just be happy I can play the game today.
True enough.
By the way, do you mind if I step in for 1 second here?
Go for it.
We got a 69.69 donation from Queen Chi saying we want Hadespear because spin, spin, spin.
Alright.
Queen Chi,
Let's go,
Queen Chi, you're my favorite.
Thank you, Queen
Love
Chi.
you, Queen Chi.
That
Queen Chi
have one
Spear in the
turns
lead.
maturity.
Yeah, so
Put
Queen Chi
Spear in
is
the
currently
lead.
in the lead for Spear, and Spear is currently in the lead to be the second weapon. Let's go.
Yeah,
We
Queen.
all
So-
knew.
And that was Hades' aspect. So
Yes, Hades aspect. We
All right.
So
I-
let's see. I don't know if anybody will
I
take
will
that
say-
from him, but
Yeah,
I will
but
say that donation was perf.
yeah, here we go.
Ooh, perfect. And so we're coming across our first of 2 possible Hermes boons in this run. Well,
Yeah.
technically 3.
Technically 3
But-
total because I got the shop one.
So this is basically everything you could ask for from Tartarus. So you got Triple Bomb, which is the perfect hammer for Lucifer, and then you got the Poseidon Dash, which ideally you pick up in AnimatedElf, but picking it up early is obviously, fantastic.
Means I can
and
just-
Hyper Sprint, which opens up possibly the strongest boon combination in the game.
Yeah. So we
Possibly?
possibly it
yeah.
is.
Yeah, probably.
So we have there are 2 boons that Hermes can give out that are absolutely insane when comboed together. We even have, like, in the Hades community, we have our own, like, mini marathon, like, races that go on quite regularly, and they are named after it, which is the Hyper Delivery combo. So to trigger that combo, you need Hyper Sprint and Rush Delivery. Hyper Sprint is the one here that you see where I dash around and it makes me go really super speedy. Rush Delivery basically gives me a global damage bonus for how much extra movement speed I have. So every time I dash, I'm getting, what is it when I'm on rare?
100%.
Like
Yeah.
50 to 100%.
50
so
to
it's 50 for
100%
common.
damage.
Yeah. And then if you can get heroic, 125%.
So you just need to get Hermes before Eurydice and then high roll.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. I mean, I
I've
have a purple Hyper Sprint, so we're already, like, part of the way there, man.
I've been considering the idea of, like, if different rarity differences. Imagine if Hyper Sprint instead of duration gave you different amounts of movement speed depending on the rarity.
Oh,
My gosh.
I feel like
you'd
it
have
would
to
be
reset
way
for 2
worse.
Hermes boons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would make it worse.
Imagine 200% speed.
Oh,
And then
that's
200% rush delivery.
You already go so fast. Have you had 200% movement speed in the game before?
Yes.
I've been
Great.
there, and you just zoom around.
zooming.
It's impossible to.
Oh,
follow.
so fun tales of early access Hades. So there was a Hermes boon that was replaced with the movement speed one, where Zag, we'll call it zoomed. This affected every time Zag moved, so it was things like you'd click on doors and Zag would just go past them. Because he would do his walking animation faster.
Pancake. So I have 2 channels. I have AnimatedElf and Miyu Minty. Miyu Minty is the slime's name. This is my VTuber model. I don't like showing my face on streams, so I use it in place of my camera when I'm doing marathons.
I do believe Pancake may be referring to the fact that your username is AnimatedElf, not
Oh,
Animated Slime.
Not Animated Slime. That's fair. Yeah. I've had AnimatedElf as a username since I was 13 years old.
So I would like to remind you that this is an RTA run. If you could, there you go. Okay.
If I could,
Oh,
if I
so
could
this is
click on
this is
fan.
pretty much every
Press dialogue.
every RTA runner's worst nightmare. Thanatos. Well, he stops the in-game timer, so it's really nice for any heat runners who only pay attention to the in-game timer. For RTA runners, this run, this room is probably going to be one of the longest rooms in any given run. Not only that, it's also a fan with the little skeletons, the bloodless,
Those guys.
which spawn forever in any given, like in a normal room. In a Than room, they spawn extra forever.
Here, I'm gonna dash percent the rest of this just for Kenora.
It's not Gilgamesh yet, though.
It's not Gilgamesh. Okay.
And especially
Two
unarmored
chances.
enemies.
Alright, I'm gonna take the common
there's
rush
the-
delivery. We do have it.
Nice. There's a sort of a point total that determines how many enemies you encounter in a room. Thanatos not only increases that, but also sort of limits what enemies you can and can't see.
Yeah.
So it can be slower as well, just because of that. In terms of that point total, unarmored enemies give a lot less to that point total than armored enemies. So especially if you see unarmored boneless, it's going to be a very, very long run because there's going to be a lot of them.
Armored boneless.
Well, boneless
But,
weapons are
boneless.
unarmored weapons.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Shut up.
God, it's
Can I get a
it's
boneless
only
enemy?
it's only 2 in the afternoon for Kenora. You gotta forgive him.
Yeah, it's, I've been. I had to wake up real early for this.
You did. Oh, I'm gonna take away Sonic here. Over the hydraulic knight. Because I need help with bosses. So, for
Yeah,
those,
boneless, that cousin who was
for those
just
who aren't
blood.
aware, while the majority of us are in America and on like East Coast time, Kenora here is just on Australian time.
Yeah, Kenora's currently upside down.
Yeah, so while they've got like late night to mess with their brain thoughts and their like speech thoughts and shit, I'm just still kind of recovering from being unwell, so I may still say some dumb shit. I'm also just.
Don't worry, this is still degenerate hours for
It's
Nora.
still degenerate hours for yeah. Kenora, are you okay? It's just...
Yeah. It's nice to know that I live on the east coast of the United States, and all of my European friends are on my sleep schedule.
Oh yeah, dude, where's New High? New High wakes up at 5 p.m. my time. I don't even know what sleep schedule that kid's on.
He usually goes to bed at like 2 p.m. our time.
Yeah.
Or 2 a.m. I mean. Or was.
Apparently, Grace, you said degenerate, not
Degenerate.
degenerate,
Whatever.
which I feel like is only fitting.
Yeah, exactly.
Jolted!
We are the
No.
good. I can't even.
You need
Can't even
jolted though.
intentionally try
Not
to-
a
We've
common.
rejected the jolted. Hey, it's fine. We'll find another
Here we
jolted
go.
right here.
Let's get it here.
We will not find another
okay,
Jolted. We'll
well,
get Lightning
we'll
Fan
find-
Lax.
Are you running God's Legacy by any chance?
Nope.
Wait, you didn't take the...
Interesting.
Okay, Grace.
What?
You didn't take one of the... You had 2 prerequisites for best boon in the game.
For Sweating Bolt?
Yeah.
Let it go.
This boon was already green.
Maglev, are you satisfied with your purchase? Are you a very happy customer?
I am, in general.
I mean, he's sitting here watching me play Zap
It's for the
Lucifer
kids,
on a fucking
you know?
marathon stream for kids. I don't think he cares. Also, I had Lightning Fan Lax. I wanted it. I love watching the little Athena balls bounce around. It's just satisfying to me. Look at them go. Goodbye.
Also, just for chat's benefit, we've tried to teach her how to say phalanx.
Oh,
it
no, I
doesn't
can't.
work.
It does not work.
It's a fruitless effort.
It
In
really
any
is.
case,
Yes, I still can't say it. It's never
I
gonna go
knew,
well.
I knew comments were coming up.
Lucifer not blessed with being one of the best aspects in the game.
Well, that's because
it-
Lucifer's not blessed. It's Lucifer.
It's
Fair
cursed.
enough. It's not bad by any means. It's just that essentially every other railgun is faster. At least that we know. Lucifer is still a very pretty underexplored aspect. There's not too many runs for it, but
Yeah.
Yeah, croissant? I mean, we need
Lu-
quo in here if we're gonna fucking say the word croissant wrong.
Yeah, no, Lucifer is a slow aspect because Love Crimson hasn't gotten around to doing it yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was gonna
Crimson
say
actually very recently
when
set a new Lucifer world record. So
Of course he did.
When Love Crimson can beat Eris with Lucy Rail, that'll be a day.
Where is the wait? What's the Lucifer time now?
Like 640 something.
640. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's solid.
Better
Oh,
than
solid.
anything
Pretty
I'm ever
fast.
gonna hope to do. I'm just trying not to die.
I was gonna say, so
Oh, we will
about
try
30
not to
seconds
die.
ago.
Wee! Listen, I'm just here trying not to die. We're just gonna look at these flowers, ignore how bad I'm playing, and look at how cute I am.
Are you playing with high confidence, by the way?
What'd you say?
No, this is thick skin gaming.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
245 health. This is thick again.
I told you, I actually got a lot of health drops. Like, not in Tartarus necessarily, but Asphodel was like, I think 2 boons in all health.
Oh, I believe it. My 300 health ME game
Yeah. So
agrees with that.
I should
just
remember
for
to use my special here.
special's quite good. For chat's benefit, there's 2 different mirror options you can choose. There's high confidence and thick skin. Thick skin essentially doubles your starting HP, whereas high confidence gives you a damage bonus if you're at 80% or more HP. Thick skin is some would call it the coward's choice. We can call it the marathon safe choice.
Yeah.
I like to think there's something in every runner's brain that like just subconsciously makes you take more health when you have thick skin on.
Yeah.
And somehow we're in Elysium with 245 HP.
Again, I do have thick skin because, again, like we were saying,
It makes sense.
It's the marathon safe choice. But
Again, I wouldn't call it the coward's choice. I said some would.
some would. I do. But also, there are various drops in the game. You've seen us take boons, you've seen us take palms, you've seen us do other stuff. And each of them does something. There is one that gives you more health, and I saw about 4 of those, or 5 of those in a row in Asphodel, and I think Bright just missed it. But yeah, I got like, between Tartarus and Asphodel, I've seen 7 health drops.
Being an early fan also does
Yeah.
bolster your HP a little bit more.
Oh yeah, that's one of them. Is I got the Than drop because I won.
You may be wondering what is an actual like average total health that you want to be going into Hades with, whether it's from speedrunning or just in general. Generally we shoot for about like 175 health,
Yeah.
like max HP is usually what you're gonna end up
No,
looking at.
I am. Yeah.
You
I am
don't like walking into Hades with 65 HP? You know, the
65 is honestly impressive. That's goal achieved. So in order to walk into Hades with 65 HP means that you picked up absolutely no extra health and only got like 3 darkness rooms. Is the only
You only picked up the darkness from the bosses.
Alternatively,
It also
playing
means
that's what
one.
it
it
is.
also, it also means you didn't get any darkness anywhere else.
Right.
Yeah.
It really is.
Alternatively-
Clearly, you're now running Olympian Tabor, if that's the case.
Clearly.
No,
Yeah.
what it really means is you're playing Guan Yu.
Yeah, that's also what it
Also
means.
true.
It means we're playing Guan Yu.
Which Grace has so far been spared of, for now.
For now. Well,
For the sake,
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, oh yeah, because Queen Chi donated for Hades.
Yeah,
Queen
you
Chi
think
saved
someone's gonna
me.
you think someone's gonna defeat Queen Cheese 69-69?
I don't think anybody's gonna
We'll see.
try, because if they do, we would all be very sad.
Would
and by we, you mean you, because you even have to play Guan Yu.
Because then I'd have to play Guan Yu, exactly. I don't mind. Right, Guan Yu wasn't that bad earlier. Once
Childbearing.
Bright actually explained it to me.
I think Guan Yu's a very good weapon that will get you killed 99% of the time.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Guan Yu is a
So
fun
for chat's
weapon.
benefit, Guan Yu is the hidden 4th aspect of the spear. Takes some story progression to actually unlock it, but it changes up your playstyle a little bit, while also at level 5 reducing your health by 40%?
50.
50%.
50.
Yeah,
It
so
cuts
if you
your
take...
your max health in half, and it cuts any health you gain in half.
Yeah, and also healing received in half. So like if
Really?
you... Yep, other than fountains. So like if I were to pick up a sandwich, instead of getting 15 health, I only get like 7.
Huh.
It cuts
It
healing
does
effects
have-
too.
its spin attack does heal you, although it is a lot slower than Spears' normal spin attack, already pretty slow.
Yeah.
So often you won't use said spin attack, but if you need the health, I'm sure some high heat players
I'll take this one.
have
I'm
appreciated
gonna do this
Guan Yu
just to
spin
mess
in the
with
past.
Bright.
We're not staring down the barrel of the 270 max HP.
No, not at all.
Oh, it's our
You're
favorite,
very, very
friend,
safe.
Patrick.
It's our favorite friend, Patrick.
Patrick! What? I missed something.
I refuse to call him
First-
anything other than Patrick now.
First name Patrick's, last name Rockless.
Rockless.
Rockley's, yeah.
Patrick Lees, I think, is my favorite way to say that. Patrick Lees. Sir, can you stop running away from me and just get in the beam of light? Please, just look into the light.
And his best friend, Aaron Killies.
Aaron Killies. God, where's Wrist? This would be hurting his soul.
The protagonist of
You mean the protagonist of the Hades community? Yeah.
Bright, I want you to know how much my life essences will give back to me now.
That's a lot of life essence. That's a lot of life essence.
Oh
have-
my god.
Courtesy of a Chamber 7 nourished soul, we are
That
getting.
heals more than max
there's our
health in
Jolted.
some of my runs.
There's
What the fuck?
Jolted.
Yeah, that is more max health than I
I
have
did
in
take the
some of my
Jolted.
runs.
We got Jolted now. I told you I was waiting for the epic. I high rolled the Jolted. We're gonna take
But
this
So
one.
the other
But what
downside,
did it
though,
cost you?
The correct choice would be
Absolutely
to palm
nothing.
the call. The fun choice would be to palm the cast for a lightning phalanx.
That's fair.
She doesn't
Grace,
either.
Grace did neither of those.
I don't even know what I palmed, to be honest with you.
wave pounding.
Wave
Oh,
pounding.
good.
It's fine. Our
Yeah,
wave
come
will
here.
pound.
I told you it's dash percent.
Oh hey, it's our favorite hero of Athens.
It's our favorite hero of
Theseus.
Athens. Arts
It's
freaking
Theseus and
Gucci.
not anyone else. Artsy freaking Gucci.
Not artsy freaking Gucci. Nope, not at all.
Look, I just didn't want to be the first one to say it. Someone else says it, I'm gonna join along.
Pancake, because I only have 2 left and I'm saving them for sticks.
The very, very nice thing about Jolted, like the Jolted, getting a good rarity Jolted is probably the most important part of any like Zeus attack build. Picking it up like right before heroes is at least going to help you for heroes. What Jolted does is anytime an enemy tries to attack you, they just take a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So the thing about the game is that enemies attack quite a lot.
Hey, Shade.
So something like Jolted picks up a ton of value over the course of a run.
All of you next time, all right?
Yeah.
A disappointing show for Theseus.
I'm gonna stick on.
Perhaps your expectations are too high.
Sure. You know what? An acorn with our 275 HP, why not?
Yeah, I was debating switching it for
No,
something,
no.
but I don't know
Switch.
what to take.
For the meme,
Switch to-
switch to Mom Pom.
I was gonna say switch to Cervicolor, obviously.
Oh,
Cerberus
obviously,
collar
yeah,
for
that's
that
fair.
extra max health.
Yeah.
Look,
Kedora's
alright.
correct.
There is no
Oh,
way we die.
If I die,
Oh.
if I die, the stream's
Hey.
getting cut.
I was joking.
It's
Why
fine.
did I open
Fine.
the
Oh,
mouth?
we're fine. Yeah,
We have a lot of
Fine.
our damage is plenty fine.
Yeah, our damage is fine, dude. Oh, good. There's
It's not
health
like
in
the
shop.
acorn gives us high confidence anyway.
Yeah, I was about to say, I guess that high confidence thing doesn't really do much offensively anymore.
So we have the classic hammer combo, triple bomb, triple beam. It's basically like we have 3 Lucifers
Yeah, I just
on
have.
the screen.
Where did he go? Oh, there he is.
I mentioned the descent to hell would have been very different if there were 3 of them.
Dante's
Revolution.
Inferno.
Yeah,
Dante's
you just
Inferno gets very interesting.
through 3 lines. Yeah, this is just 3 Lucifers in a trench coat.
Oh fuck, I need to make that now. Hold on.
Well, so I think one of my favorite jokes that I've ever read about describing a villain. So it's describing a villain who like runs an evil empire, and someone explains to someone else. So, no one's actually figured out if it's our boss, a clone, or a bunch of ducks in a suit.
Well, the ducks in a suit are sitting next to me, so I can defend them. Ooh. Don't with the
I
storm
may
lightning
consent
or
to an image
billowing.
before this end of the run.
I'll let
Maglev
Maglev check. Maglev. Billowing strength or storm lightning? Both at rare.
It's billowing. There's no more Zeus for us to get storm lightning or splitting bolt.
Storm lightning is a key component of the build.
Hang on.
The joke is that so storm lightning is one of those boons where like there's a lot of those boons in this game that kind of do nothing. Storm lightning kind of is one of those boons, but it also opens up a boon that does a lot of something.
Yeah, you need storm lightning in order to get Zeus's legendary. But...
and Zeus's legendary does a lot of damage. It's 40 every single time you do any lightning effect. And you need storm lightning to get that. The problem is storm lightning doesn't actually do anything. We've like
hey, Maglev, are you happy?
Tried to test,
yes,
to see if it does anything, and the general conclusion is that it just does nothing.
The issue with
you are punished for your hubris.
No, it's fine. I'm fine.
To clarify with Splitting Bolt, it's not just Storm Lightning that activates it, that opens up as a prerequisite. It's also the boon's Double Strike and it's also the boon's Double Strike and High Voltage. Those only affect the lightning bolts that come from the sky, from your special or call or dash, whereas Zeus's attack or cast does the bouncing effects. Any one of the three, Storm Lightning, Double Strike, High Voltage, is a prerequisite for Splitting Bolt. We typically don't take a Zeus special, dash, or call, which is why we often see that we take Storm Lightning for that Splitting Bolt prerequisite.
Not yet.
Yeah. What's over there?
Which tunnel?
Nothing fun.
I think anvils are pretty fun.
I don't
personally
think
like
it's
anvil.
a good idea to anvil when I've got the
You
best.
have 375 health.
Zeus's
So
call
we're
is a
taking
pretty
this-
Yeah, I'm gonna take
we're
the
taking
Athena.
this Athena path here, and we're gonna see if we don't even need to have 350 max health, because we actually have the
Yep.
prerequisite for
Athena
a
legendary.
particularly safe boon from Athena. So we'll see if we can make that one show up.
So
Do I?
Athena in this game has the reputation for being the safety goddess. She all of her boons just make you more safe.
No, it's not like Amir himself said that or anything.
You know, it's not like that.
What's
all
up,
of
Tunis?
her boons basically have built-in deflect abilities. So here, you know, Grace does not have the Infinity D mod on. So we have 2 Athena core boons and almost every single Athena boon that we could want, and 350 max HP.
Yep. If I die, I fucked up.
Barring major issues, we'll see Hadespear
yes.
on weapon 2.
Oh, actually, because it has to be brought up. So we pointed out earlier. There's a difference between IGT and RTA. An important separator right now is Tunis is dominating at one of them, and then there's IGT.
Not incorrect.
Yeah.
Not incorrect.
So, yeah, you guys have about another 2. I'll give it 2 minutes to get any donations in if you want to challenge Queen Chee's claim to Hadespear. Otherwise, I will be starting up Hadespear after this, and then anything from there will go into the category of the third weapon. Currently, my third weapon is sitting at, I want to say, Fist is sitting at just over $60, and the Desired Fist will be Gilgamesh.
I know there's some diehard Guan Yu fans in the chat, so I know someone will donate.
Someone needs
by
to,
the end
yeah.
of this.
Queen Cheap donated $69.69. If you can challenge Queen Chee's $69.69 donation, you can make me play Guan Yu instead.
Come on, get
But for now, it's Hadespear.
I would not be surprised to see some Guan Yu aficionados. pull out the wallet for this one.
Both are also just as cursed as each other, though.
Yeah, they're both also very fucking cursed. Kind of like this Lucifer run.
You're welcome.
Please leave me alone, Father. I don't want any of this. I have a great build. I'm not good.
You know, we're finding a lot of
Oh god.
that collar value.
Yeah. This is all
extra
collar.
50 HP.
This is all collar. Without collar,
This
I would
really
have
is
already
all
died.
collar.
Which is an RTA time loss.
Yeah, exactly. We're playing RTA.
That's one of the important things about dying, is that it's an RTA time loss. Which Maglev brings up a fantastic point, though, is because we were debating the difference between taking thick skin, which is extra health, versus taking high confidence, which is less health, but a damage boost if you have 80% plus max or of your max health. In a lot of racing situations, it can actually be correct to just take thick skin, because you would be surprised by the amount of time that most runners spend not having high confidence turned on during their run and dying. Yeah, exactly. So you can actually take thick skin in a lot of racing situations for an edge, because dying is an RTA time loss.
Unfortunately, that also means that Twitch chat calls you a coward.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's
If
custom
I'm a
here.
coward for running thick skin, then my company of cowards is Bablo, and I'll
And
just
me.
leave it at
That's
that.
correct.
I play thick skin, but it's okay.
Yeah, but also,
I'm also bad at this game.
The same way I play any heat.
Listen! I'm sorry, let
Listening.
me correct. This is Kenora. He's really good at this game, is a verifier, a mod, and also
What?
only plays Meg percent.
Now you're just spreading all kinds of lies.
Alright, so we're on to Hadespear.
You're on to Hadespear. Okay, so second weapon is closed. We are moving on to Hadespear, courtesy of Queen Chi. You guys do have a chance to pick between fist, sword, and
Bow.
bow. There we go. That one's in there. Lad's favorite. To make me play for the third weapon, currently Spear is leading. Or not Spear, excuse me. Fist is leading.
Fist.
Fist
I
is
believe
currently leading.
Gilgamesh.
Yeah, Gilgamesh.
Aspect
Yeah.
of Gil.
For Queen Chi, for Hadespear, what kind of build do you want me to do?
she has declared spin.
I think Queen Chi
Spinny
just
spin.
wants to
She
see you spin on
Wants
the
to see
screen.
me spin. Alright. We'll
If we get massive spin, we're definitely going for it.
Spin
Yeah.
to win. Yeah.
Become the Beyblade you always knew you were meant to be.
Oh, are we going? Okay, we're going full Beyblade.
Are we going full Beyblade?
We're going
Oh,
full
we're going
Beyblade.
Let her rip.
So,
Alright.
Hadespear, its special is that the spear does a bigger spin with more damage, and it puts this debuff on the enemies. So I want to
Yeah,
be...
and the debuff makes enemies take 150% more damage from your
Yes.
attack and special.
So you want to like dash into them, spin, and then just beat the shit out of people.
No turning back.
It's about how it works.
You whack them with your stick.
Sports fan, I've already got my favorite. Did you not watch 30 minutes of Lucifer?
There was 30 minutes of Lucifer because I suck at that good. Alright, slicing shot or blade dash first?
I'm a fan of slicing shot.
It's also epic.
I like slicing shot.
It's also
The
epic.
earlier we get
Epic.
hunting blades online,
Yeah, the earlier we get hunting blades online, the better. Can you
are
die?
we spinning to win?
I fucking tried and then died and then just gave up and poked the dude. So yeah, so we're gonna just stand here and do this. And that's how you kill people. On Hadespear.
Okay, all we need is our RD attack, and it'll be perfect.
Yeah.
And we'll have hunting blades online.
Already attack, hunting blades. Oh, I can dash with that? I've never
Yes.
tried that before.
Oh, it's
Very
it's one of the best parts about playing Hadespear.
Yes, you can dash
Yes.
out of the spin.
Bruh! I didn't know I could.
Serrated point.
So, yeah, that's
Very
gonna
nice.
be the answer. I was just having my bruh moment in checking chat. No.
So no spin hammers, unfortunately.
I love learning weapons as you're doing a run on a marathon.
What better time is there to learn a weapon?
Well, so
really?
I've played Hadespear before casually, but I've never actually played it in a speedrun setting. And I enjoyed it casually, but casually I was also shit at the game. Oh, sick! Natural Artemis! Ah!
I thought you were gonna say natural health. So we're well on track to match or beat our PB from last run of 375 health.
Oh yeah, because I already got health. That's fair. Sir, can you
hey,
not hit me when I'm trying to spin at you? Can you stop? Let me
they're quite rude like that.
spin. Let me spin at you.
I may have just made a Photoshop edit of 3 Lucifers in a trench coat.
3 Lucifers in a trench coat. Perfect.
So the normal start for Hadespear is to just start with Artemis attack, but we're getting Artemis anyway, so none of that matters.
Yeah, I was told to spin to win, so
Yeah.
I spun to win.
We are spinning to win.
And by spin to win, I mean I went for Hunting Blades.
Good to see you. Nice of you to drop.
What's up, buddy? Give me your money.
Okay, so you need to give Boldy in case we get cast damage.
Fuck! You're right. RTA runner go burr.
Oh,
RTA running go burr, says the one who spent 15-20 seconds looking at advanced dialogue earlier.
I mean, I'm also looking at chat when the timer is paused.
in Grace's defense, Than is kind of hot.
It is also. Yeah, I do kind of have a thing for Than. Hey, guess what? We're at 150.
That's better.
We're at 150 health and a fountain.
Nice.
It's okay, I'm gonna get like 1,000,000 free rooms and still have...
Thank you, mate.
Oh,
Hey, look, there's
so-
more health.
Do I want
so-
this Athena? Oh god, that's not the button I wanted.
For the
So-
benefit of chat and anyone who
Okay.
doesn't play Hades the
Yeah,
video
I need to
game,
finish this out.
Free rooms are something that we'll bring up all the time. They're an important part of speedrunning. And free rooms are anything that there's no combat in. So shops, fountains, chaos,
Here I am.
the story rooms. We like to see them because they're fast.
It turns out rooms are faster when you don't have to fight any enemies.
Yeah. When you can just walk through them, they go quicker.
Yeah, so it turns out the less we have to play Hades the video game, the faster we play Hades the video game.
Who would have guessed?
Power Olympus.
And so Grace has found almost all the free rooms you can find in Tartarus.
Yeah, and I'm
a fountain,
still going very slow
story
because I hate taking marathon runs. It's gonna sound funny. I don't like taking marathon runs seriously because I'm here to have
No, that's
fun.
fair.
I'm
Yeah.
here to.
We're playing, we're playing Lucifer into Hadespear on a 3 weapons.
on a 3 weapon.
And to probably Gilgamesh.
And
Into
it's
probably
into
Gilgamesh.
probably Gilgamesh. We're not here to be serious. We are here to have a good time and raise money for St. Jude's. Speaking of which, this marathon is going towards St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. They are a fantastic medical facility. Where is this fucker? There he is. They are a fantastic hospital, a wonderful resource for help and health for kids that can't afford it. I have a lot of personal
Let me have it.
love and connection with them. So as I mentioned this earlier to the commentators when we were getting ready. I worked with Smash the Record, who used to do a lot of work for St. Jude's.
Castone. Sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
More blades.
More
More
blades.
blades. But yeah, so like, I mean, if either, one, you want to donate to this wonderful cause,
Yeah.
or 2, you don't want to see Grace play Gilgamesh, both worthy causes,
Both worthy causes.
there's still time before Weapon 3.
Or 3, you want to guarantee
I play
she plays
Gilgamesh.
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 Ladies.
It's engulfing.
Oh yeah.
Golfing
For the
is
benefit of
beautiful.
chat as well. I feel like we're gonna need to count on, for the benefit of chat, for anyone who has played and finished this game before, you'll notice that we are actually running on an amount of heat from the Pact of Punishment. Specifically, we've turned on Tight Deadline, which gives you a certain amount of minutes per biome to complete it, otherwise you start taking damage. The benefit of this in speedrunning is it turns off the survival rooms in Tartarus, those rooms where you have 45 seconds to just survive as long as you can. Those pause the IGT, which is so it's very good in IGT runs, but in RTA they're just 45 seconds of runs we could turn off.
Yeah, and the reality is you're probably going to clear a Tartarus room in faster
Yeah.
than 45 seconds.
Yeah, so we don't.
And
want
additionally, we also take extreme measures too, as while it does make the Furies fight a little bit longer because it makes it harder as well as it gives them more health. The arena change in the Loney fight, Asphodel final boss, groups up the additional heads a lot easier. That allows us to make some strong AoE hits to clean up that ad fight and make Loney faster.
Yeah. And usually the time loss you take from Furies is pretty negligible, because ideally you have somewhat of a build going into there.
Whereas I'm doing my best, man.
You know, this isn't a bad Hadespear build.
It isn't.
You have
We're
serrated
vibing.
point,
I have serrated. I
you're
have serrated
you're
point
taking
gravity
hits.
attack.
but you're doling out the hits.
Look, when you can get discount Flurry Jab, you take discount Flurry Jab.
Exactly,
And we're
and that's
we're
the best we're
spinning
gonna
to
do
win.
on Hades.
Yeah, we are
Hades
spinning to
Spear.
win. Go. Go, my blades.
As extra bonus, we still have. If we don't find, if we want to help guarantee some of our damage,
You
there's
know,
still Hunter
Hey,
Dash available.
guess what we got for the second run in a row?
A hyper sprint, there it is.
Right.
And the really nice thing about hyper sprint, especially with serrated point, is that serrated point cuts your dash distance, but hyper sprint makes you move faster after the dash. So it
So it
almost
kind of-
undoes that
Yeah.
nerf.
All right, Chris, you need a gamble here because it's only
So
appropriate.
from this, we might want to take rarity.
We might want to take Nectar. I think.
Yeah. So the choice that we're making here is Eurydice offers us three choices: Ambrosia Delight, Palm Porridge, and Refreshing Nectar. Ambrosia Delight picks two of our boons and upgrades them in rarity by 1 level. Palm Porridge gives 4 palms, which is not a rarity boost, but actually just a level boost. So it's generally a smaller boost than rarity. Alternatively, the third option is Nectar, which increases the rarity of the next 3 boons that we will pick up. Because we are looking for a specific duo boon, which is the Artemis and Ares duo boon, we want to get that
Hunting
Nectar
Blades.
to give us the best chance possible to pick up Hunting Blades. Oh,
There we go. Do we care about that Hunter dash?
No, because I want blade dash.
And then we
Hunting
roll over
Blades.
Hunter dash for the second time, do we?
I'll just take it.
Oh, I wouldn't. I would
The
just
Hunter
say
dash is
that.
so good. But
Oh, Hunter's
and there's
Mark!
no hunting blades on 3 rolls.
No hunting
Wow.
blades on 3
Honey.
rolls, but I will take
Honey.
the epic hunter's. I will take the epic hunter's mark. Hunter's mark is really good. Hunter's
So
mark
every
is busted.
every time I think to myself, I would really like to play slicing shot. I watch someone throw out a slicing shot and then move faster than the slicing shot.
Exactly. All right, this is why I want blade dash. Oh, there it is.
Hey, hunting blades.
Nectar also has the added benefit of not only in getting increased duo or legendary or just boon chances from your primary gods. Hermes himself has actually a lower. That's a nice fountain. Hermes himself actually has a lower rate at getting higher rarity on his boons. So any increase to boon rarity, like from Nectar, is especially valuable on Hermes boons because they often scale a lot harder than any other boons of the game with rarity.
And usually the only ways you're going to be able to do that is through something like Eurydice, a yarn from the well, or in very, very rare cases, if you pick up the Poseidon and Dionysus duo boon exclusive access, you can guarantee epic Hermes boons, which is always nice to have. But
Chaos boons can also
Do I
give...
take
Chaos
this
boons can also help that out, yeah.
Hermes, or do
I think taking that Hermes wouldn't be a bad idea.
No, I want to see if I can get another. It's gonna
We
sound
want rush
selfish.
delivery. We want rush
Yeah,
delivery.
but you have Rush Delivery active.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but we
fair.
have no rerolls. I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
I want to
Hey,
real
it's fine.
quick. I want to
That
just
title
sneak
there,
in,
okay.
let y'all know we got a $25 donation from Perfect English. So thank you. It is not. It is no comment. So I don't know what they want, but
Oh,
Fist is
I've
still
heard that.
living.
All right, that's what
I've heard
matters.
that they're an avid supporter of Gilgamesh.
We are
totally-
solidifying our Gilgamesh run here.
It's
the
a fist
funniest-
run for sure.
The funniest part is that I am a fist player, so I'm not actually scared of the Gilgamesh run. Gilgamesh just doesn't do a lot of damage, so it sucks to play.
As a very well-known top runner might once say, 25 damage is not even enough to kill a numbskull.
numbskull.
Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is an aspect in the video game.
It exists.
Is it? Is it a good aspect? Inconclusive.
Yeah, we don't know. Can you play
There's no
it
way to
with?
tell.
Can you play ME on it? Yeah, you sure fucking can. Is that what we're gonna do? Probably.
You betcha.
Here, Lerny, have these. All right, Lerny, you have some fun with that. And are you enjoying?
And this
Not
is
enough to kill a numbskull.
I don't know that we ever fully explained exactly what Hunting Blades is. So what Hunting Blades does is it takes the slicing shot, that big spinning Beyblade of a cast that Grace has, and instead of just going straight out from Zagreus when you cast, it seeks out the enemies and just kind of sticks around on them.
Yeah, it
which
chases them.
is it really turns it from
It
kind
also
of a
speeds it
do-nothing
up.
cast that's very difficult to use into an extremely powerful tool, especially in boss fights.
Mhm.
Because as you see, you can just send out all of your casts at once. It's going to go and just sit right on top of the boss and do a ton of damage.
I want
And,
you to
we
know it
actually
was like
see,
it
because
took
we
all of
have
my
a-
energy to take this Hermes and not the health, just for you, Bright.
as a disclaimer, because I feel like we would be misleading our audience. Hunting Blades is not a very popular cast for speedruns.
And
But
I
it
think
is-
that's only
oh
because
God,
it
it's
hasn't
so fun.
been fully explored enough.
Lat, please.
Uh,
Not to be understated though, like it does make your blades move a little bit faster, which helps because they are normally at base slow as fuck. I think the saying
the
goes.
The technical term.
All right, we got rush.
Technical
We
term.
have rush delivery, so we are good to go.
Hey,
Yeah, but imagine if the nectar hit that
now,
rush delivery.
let's
It could have been
see.
a purple rush delivery.
You're correct. I was out of nectars though. So let's see if I can, on this second hammer, get massive spin, which is what we wanted initially.
Also,
So
okay,
usually
quickly
if you have
pointing out,
hyper, yeah, go ahead.
Grace is running RTA and actually has a respectable IGT considering her self-proclaimed skill at the video game.
You know, so oh, quick spin.
Yeah.
Our spins, they go quicker.
Wachoo! Wachoo!
Um,
Alright. Let's get this Poseidon.
yeah, why not?
Oh, Puck.
So keep in mind, you know, rush delivery is one of those things where if you have hyper sprint, you usually save all your rolls for rush delivery. That apparently is for inexperienced and we would call them worse gamers. Grace, a superior gamer, simply uses all her rolls before the second Hermes and finds rush delivery anyway. Because why not?
In
The
the
true
words,
flex.
in the words of the effervescent Maglev, just high roll better.
Exactly. There are two kinds of runners. There are good runners and there are lucky runners, and of the two, I'd much rather be lucky.
Yeah, that's basically where I'm at.
A true reflex
shit,
would have been
I fucked
to
up, oh
still
well.
get epic rush delivery even without the nectar that you could have had it hit from Asphodel. But alas,
Am I who?
you want
so the reason we talk
you
about
want the
rarity
Poseidon
so
for Mirage Shot, so
Yeah,
that we can get more blades.
That's what I was trying to
We do
check
want
is
Mirage Shot.
if I was online for Mirage Shot or
You are.
anything
You are.
else.
You
for
have a
I'm
pack
Poseidon.
Mirage
and
Shot.
special.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, we are. Alright. I'm like, God, I don't fucking know half these fucking boons because I don't play them usually.
the only core boon that doesn't activate Mirage Shot is Hunter Dash because apparently
Yeah,
Mirage
fuck
Shot
Hunter
is
Dash.
to crit.
Well,
The reason we talk about rarity so much.
No, go for it.
The reason we talk about rarity so much in terms of specifically in terms of rush delivery, is the rarity bonuses for Rush Delivery is 50, 75, and 100% respectively across common, rare, and epic. So when you're getting 100% increased movement speed every time you dash for, say, 0.5 to 0.8 seconds, when you have epic Rush Delivery, that just means 100% extra global damage, which is a lot of extra global damage versus just 50%.
And so the way that boons work in this game is the rarity affects the base damage, or the base modifier, basically. And you can usually palm them. So the palms of power will make each one stronger, and each palm is the same for a boon, regardless of the rarity level. The thing with Hermes boons is none of them can be palmed. So the rarity is what you get. Which is why we fixate on rarity for Hermes boons so much.
You were saying something earlier, Lap?
I'm trying to.
Oh, I can't remember.
There he is.
Nearly got me.
It was a very little consequence.
That's fair.
Yeah, imagine if you could palm rush delivery. What would even happen?
So
Palming
what
Rush
would
Delivery
happen-
would just be bad influence.
I'll pay for
Just
that.
be that
What
is
we've-
bad influence.
What we found out,
Hey,
and
Hunter
you may
Dash.
be interested in this, Kenora, is that the game code has inside of it palm scaling for Hermes boons.
Interesting.
Oh, disgusting.
So
That-
you
that
can't
must look
actually do
somewhat
it
gross.
in the game, but I think it was Pseudo figured out that if he took Swift Strike in one of
Oh,
like our
oh,
like kind of
I-
fully open mods, and
Oh, this was in the
made it-
the Codex mod, right?
I'll take
yeah,
it.
so this is in the Codex mod, and the
Exactly.
game allows you to put levels into Hermes boons, and he couldn't put Swift Strike above level 10 without crashing his game, but at
Oh,
level
God, this is
10
good. Oh god, this is
it essentially turned the sword. You changed from Zagreus into Goku and just got to Kamehameha like, all across the room.
Yeah, so there is that functionality in the game, but you cannot do it in a.
Yeah, it's nothing that you can actually do inside of a run.
And from the sense of it, it might be for the best that we can't.
It might be for the best. Imagine flurry jab with like plus 200% attack speed.
All right, where's my buddy Patrick?
A form of power.
Patrick Rothwist.
I hate it here.
Power up.
Palm
No.
the slicing shot yet again.
Yeah, 'cause
Cast.
why not?
Yeah, because Hadespear is a cast weapon.
Tart and tasty.
Oh, no, damn it.
Okay.
I was hoping that it would go on slicing shot or my attack, but here we are. And I'm just disappointed.
Well, Hydraulic Might is kind of your attack.
A little
For
bit.
10 seconds, it's part of your attack. So,
Your dash.
Just
We'll
kill
get to
heroes in
see-
10 seconds, lol.
If I were on something with ME, I probably fucking could.
And if you hit the mags, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I hit them
Really
both
point
of
is it-
them.
No,
I
you
think
didn't. You missed it
I
at
think
all.
it hit Theseus.
I know I at least hit Theseus.
Yeah,
You
you missed
definitely
it at all, though.
Ah, fucking.
It,
Whatever.
it missed it.
Fuck him.
He
Fuck
gets
Asterius.
a little bit more health as a treat.
Yeah. Asterius gets to live longer. Hey, Shade, what's up?
Dedicate this victory to you, good Shade.
You're going for Hera RTA world record strats.
I've listened to all Aphrodite dialogue and talked to Shade. Oh.
To the surface.
Re...
What would you want to sell there?
I don't know. I was, Breaking Wave.
You really need the third. Why is Rock Delivery only worth 30 obols?
Because it's
Because
common.
it's
it's common.
Is in here.
It's common and has 0 bombs in
It's
it.
common with 0 palms, yeah.
The gold scaling is really stupid. Like, if you have you ever tried to sell a heroic boon?
Yeah.
Those things sell for like 400. It's insane.
I mean, 400 is worth almost 2 boons on
Yeah.
max convenience fee.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, I ended up getting forced into, like, a Breaking Wave, because at one point, I don't remember what my other options were, but they were garbage. I think it was, like, a Sunken Treasure. So I was like, oh, if I get Breaking Wave, I can at least sell it, and then they won't let me sell Breaking Wave.
Breaking Wave's good though.
I don't have anything
Well,
that.
in
Special. On the special, it's a little bit weird, but we could have slapped a title dash.
Oh, but like
Yeah, but I grabbed Hunter Dash instead.
you're not running what's the
Come forth,
Yeah, I think
he
that's
plays coming
correct.
up.
All right.
It might have been offered with title dash and razor shoals. In which case,
Oh my
title
God.
dash is probably the correct choice.
wow.
Hey, we're 2 for 2 on Tiny Vermin,
And he dodged my meg. What a dick.
and he dodged the bag.
Such is the life of Tiny Vermin.
Yeah. You typically don't want to meg if you only have the one left in sticks, because using the meg companion on Hades is quite
I
good.
Generally considered the biggest time save.
I normally wouldn't
I-
have, but it's Tiny Vermin, and I didn't want to do
I
it.
usually meg big vermin and tiny vermin just because, oh god, those ones have so much health. So
You stop.
just for reference, so Dad has around 17,000 health distributed across 3 phases. Tiny vermin just has 12,000 health, just because. Every other Styx mini boss has like in the range of like
Tiny Vermin has the
1.5
4th highest health of any character in the game.
yeah, it's absolutely absurd.
Behind your father, the boatman, and the Minotaur.
Yeah,
I don't know why I just wasn't expecting you to say your father.
your father.
Your
Your father.
father will hear about this.
Your father.
Hades. Specifically, everyone in chat's father has more health than Tiny Vermin.
Yeah, fuck tiny vermin. All my homies hate tiny vermin.
Yeah, fuck Tiny Vermin. You're a male.
And that's why
permanent.
that is why we make tiny vermin.
Yeah.
If we can
Also, I
remove-
have a chance in here to get like a spindle, so it's kind of
Yeah,
like
is it a calculated choice? Is it the correct choice?
probably
It's arguable.
It's
Oh
arguable.
my
But-
god. She's not even
but-
gonna get punished because she's gonna find a spindle in this, isn't she?
You see tiny
Yeah.
vermin, you make tiny
Uh,
vermin.
So I'd also like to point out that Grace has lost 4 DDs. Or 3?
There
Three
are
Ds?
two.
Bought them back. And we've
Two?
spent around
Three.
600 obol on DDs, right?
Yeah, I just keep buying DDs because I can.
Yeah.
I don't somebody to spend the obol on. That fucking Athena in the shop. Fuck that
No,
Athena.
no. It's buying not buying the DDs in an RTA run is asking to die.
No, Grace, you weren't big braining enough. You were supposed to save it for the 500 Hermes and get
Oh, the
epic
diamond.
movement speed.
That's fair. Holy shit! The fucking hunting blade
I
destroyed
love
that
Super
man!
Skater. So everyone talks about Bother being the best mini boss. No, Super Satyr.
Buy that?
Father's,
We should buy
Father's a
the-
good one.
Yeah, we'll take the Poseidon from Mirage Shot. Do we have Mirage Shot yet?
No.
We do have Mirage Shot.
Oh, we have
No, we
Mirage
don't.
Shot? Oh, yeah, we
No,
should
we
just
don't,
be
we don't,
casting
we
that.
don't.
We don't even need to attack for the
No,
rest.
I don't
We
have
don't have
Mirage
Mirage
Shot.
Shot. Oh, we should.
Oh,
take-
we don't have Mirage Shot?
No, that's why I
Okay,
was
so
going
we
to buy
can-
the Artemis and the take this Poseidon, is because I want 2 more shots at Mirage
But you,
Shot.
you took the palm.
Yep.
Did
yeah,
I take
we'll,
the
we'll
palm?
see if we can palm cast.
This
Yeah,
one-
we'll
this
see if
one
we can
is
palm
palm.
cast.
Is my
It's
brain
fine,
just
it's fine. We can,
fried today?
it's fine. We can
Just
palm.
away from
We
the
can palm.
Poseidon.
It's 2
We
a.m.
can,
Leave me
we
be.
can palm the cat. We can palm the cat.
It's 2 a.m. I'm dying.
Yeah, the problem with Super Satyr is he always spawns ads, whereas the Giant Bother you can just meg it and kill it and be done with it.
Mhm.
Alright, I'm gonna try to buy
no.
a Mirage Shot.
Excuse you. You just need to kill Super Satyr faster.
Yeah, that's
Maglev,
fair.
I'm calling you out right now. If you haven't on video, post it.
Is that coming right up?
Alright, ready.
I can check through some of my runs. I'm pretty sure that I have Diobeo runs that have done it.
Diobeo
Pressure point?
runs? That sounds about right.
When's it so good?
Yeah, pressure points is just good.
You know, we'll buy the palm because we're big spenders here.
Yeah. I mean, what else am I gonna spend it on? The
I
dog?
have time.
Diamond.
Oh, yeah, palm that pressure points. Oh, yes. An extra single percentage point.
I
that
love-
is a single that is 1% more chance for every tick of my hunting blades to
It's true.
drain.
Exactly. That's 2% global damage to you, Lat Millard.
Ready for another go?
Oh, that's one. I don't know how percentages work, but it's some percentage of the Mirage Shot.
Yeah.
Hey, look, man.
You're
Here
not.
you go, Dad. Hold these.
It's like
Fuck you.
it's like a
Oh no! Okay, came back.
6% of Mirage Shot, right?
Oh no, are these casts going out to the?
No.
I
Like-
thought they were.
No,
They were
we don't.
fucking about to.
Thankfully,
Lat's having war flashbacks to his last
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
where he shot
Thankfully,
all of his
we
cast
do
into the
not
lake.
have lightning rod.
Yeah, so it's actually very, very easy to just yeet all of your cast stones into the lake, in which case they will just be not with you for the rest of the fight.
Or until
Lat,
they return.
when you're
Oh,
playing
God.
cast
Ultimate
build,
professional.
that's not what you want.
Yeah,
It's just not what you
has been known to yeet his cast into the pond.
Yeah, congrats.
They
I didn't
just
know.
call
I,
me
did,
Lat Big Yeats Millard, you know?
yeah, I
Big
didn't.
yeet Millard.
I didn't realize we had codified. You joined the ranks of getting Voreemed.
What?
Don't lat your casts.
Oh, don't lat my cast? Ooh, wow.
Yeah. What I love is that there's two different cast Hades runner. What's the word?
Hades,
Like in-jokes.
yeah, because there's new high casting.
There's new high casting, which is when you
Just-
have an enemy directly in front of you and you just completely whiff it, and it just does not go in the direction of the enemy whatsoever. Even the game's tracking can't help that shit. And then there's lighting your cast, which is sticking your cast in the middle of an ocean, and you can't get them because of lightning.
Yeah, on a cast
It-
weapon.
It's very important to also take about 120 damage immediately after doing it.
And
Okay. Alright, you guys have about 30 seconds if you want to donate and get me off Gilgamesh. If you don't, we're playing Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh.
Mesh.
Gilgamesh.
Mesh.
Gilgamesh.
Mesh.
Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh famously a speedrunner favorite for being fast.
I love that because we had 3 different amounts of latency in that Discord, in that little chat there. All 3 of us were saying it at different times.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good,
It's
actually.
difficult.
So the thing about a new high cast is like new high's
and
a
she
very
was so
very
good.
good Hades runner, in many respects, who just simply cannot hit enemies with his cast stone.
Also, can we talk for a second about how all of our naming things after people involve cast or cast weapons?
Yeah.
There's
Casting is the last thing that any Hades
yeah,
player.
because
So I do-
because-
I do want to point out, though, despite the absolute fact that I've got like 25 to 30 minute RTAs in both of these runs right now, because I've just been fucking around and laughing and pausing, we're definitely still on time to finish Underestimate.
So your
With
estimate
a
is solid.
15-minute Gilgamesh run?
No, my estimate was 1:30.
Less than
I
1:15
got
on
bad
stream.
news. I got bad news for you, Grace. You're setting an RTA world record with Gilgamesh. Good luck.
Uh-oh, let's go. Alright, I'm gonna switch to God's Legacy to make sure it happens.
We can do ruthless reflex.
On stream, it still says 1:15, not the revised 1:30.
You know what, chat? It's fine. You're about to witness history.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're gonna witness history. It should have said 1:30. Alright, what did you say?
Are you-
Ruthless Reflex?
Ruthless reflex is pretty good on Gilgamesh.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Grace, are you prepared to dethrone the likes of Ananke?
Nananke Love Crimson,
I'm not.
who has a 640 something Gilgamesh time.
I'll try Ruthless Reflex. Let's go.
Yeah, why not? Check the mirror one more time for good luck.
So for the benefit of chat, Ruthless Reflex is the opposing mirror option to the +1 dash that you might typically see from. Please start the run. This is RTA multi-weapon, Grace.
Oh,
Why are
I
you
thought you
beating up
guys were
Skelly?
talking.
Grace, what are we doing?
I'm trying to remember how to maim.
You had to do the dash
Special.
upper.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
So
What do you do on
the Mirror of
Gilgamesh?
Night has two flip sides, the purple path and the green path. Typically, you'll see most runners take
up.
the purple path of dash, which is the +1 dash. Gilgamesh, as an aspect, gives you +2 mini dashes, so those 3 sort of natural dashes you can take Ruthless Reflex, which gives you a 50% damage bonus if you near miss an attack, like almost perfectly dodge an attack, which happens more often than you think. But it's typically not taken because you would only then have 1 dash.
Yeah, it only really works for aspects like, so Gilgamesh, because it gives you the +2 dashes. Something like Zeus Shield has seen some success with Ruthless Reflex, because you have the Bull Rush to help you out. And then recently, Love Crimson's been running a lot of Chaos Shield and Ruthless Reflex. Just because, you know, it's also a shield. You have a Bull Rush. You don't need to dash. Someone in chat's asking, what do you do on Gilgamesh? Mostly cry.
Yeah.
We are going to take Merciful End, or go for a Merciful End build. The point of Merciful End is basically you want the Ares Athena duo boon because it just does a lot of damage and saves your life. Because at the end of the day, Gilgamesh does know it. 25 damage isn't even enough to kill a numbskull.
Right. What we've realized is that Merciful End is basically the best thing on any weapon that doesn't do enough damage on its own. You just outsource the damage to...
Yeah. Even on weapons that do enough damage on their own.
True. Like Nemesis, but almost all swords.
Yeah.
Fists. Although, you know, it's arguable whether any fists are truly good weapons.
Hey man, I like Demeter.
And fists are honestly one of the best vehicles for Merciful End.
They're one of the best vehicles
because
for Merciful End, yeah.
Because you're in such close quarters and the dash
you're in such
triggers
close
it.
quarters, and it has a very convenient dash strike animation. Like the dash strike just kind of works the way that you want it to be able to apply Doom procs and immediately proc it with the dash.
Yeah, something like Shield, for example, has like a really weird dash strike that doesn't tend to work that well with Merciful End. Hey, talking to Charon in an RTA run.
I literally was trying to buy the Hermes, and the game was like, nah, you're focused on Harry's, right? Oh, Jesus Christ!
So why do you go Emmy on Guan Yu? Well, I got bad news for you about Guan Yu. No, I mean...
Guan Yu's garbage.
Guan Yu actually has a couple scaling options, so you can choose to do Merciful End, or you can try to go for an Artemis crit build. The problem with the Artemis build is you're relying on a specific hammer, and like usually.
Hey, do we want to talk about my luck today?
Oh my God! Look at those mini bosses. That is perfect.
Oh.
All right, let's see if I can get this Meg for once in my damn life. Did I? No.
Yeah, but.
The patented RIS 13 0 bombers Meg.
Zero bombers Meg.
No, it's the zero cycle. It's the zero cycle.
So the thing that runners have found over the time of Hades is that typically, if your build needs if the weapon needs Merciful End to actually do any good damage, weapon or aspect is probably not that good.
Yeah, if you need Merciful End,
that being said, even bad aspects can go fast.
It can go fast, and it can be a fast aspect. But if the aspect itself is inherently not great, if it requires such a powerful duo boon as Merciful End to actually do any good. It just so happens that Fist is the best vehicle for it, but without it, Fists is probably one of the weakest aspects in this game.
Yeah, it turns out, unfortunately, that like I'd say 19 of the 24 aspects of the various weapons in this game are either they're either cast weapons or Merciful End vehicles.
Yes.
Well, no,
and the remaining ones are usually either Zeus and Poseidon or Heartrend. Some of the ones where you run Merciful End, the other option is to run, like in Artemis and Aphrodite crit build. The problem with those is they're usually reliant on one specific hammer, and also on getting a lot of Chaos Boons. So in the end, they're about as high rolly as something like Merciful End. And for as toxic as like resetting for Merciful End RNG is, at the very least, it means you aren't relying on a specific hammer to do damage.
You're not relying on a specific hammer, and so I think that crit builds oftentimes do have the highest top end, but you're resetting for a specific hammer, and you're resetting for a specific set of like chaos boons and rarity from that chaos, which is just kind of unlikely. That especially in like multi-wep marathon type categories like 3 weapons, like all weapons, you would much rather go for the, while somewhat of a high roll, actually more consistent Merciful End build, because chances are by learning most of the time, you will have at least Merciful End, if not the entire build that you need. So even though it is a specific duo boon, it's much, much easier to manipulate the game by taking different keepsakes than it is to just kind of hope that you get lucky with the chaos that you need and with the Daedalus Hammer that you need.
Are we gonna maim?
If I
I would've bought
remembered
that.
how to play this weapon, maybe.
Let's maim. Maim.
I would have bought that Demeter, by the way.
Oh, nice. We finally maimed. Yeah, buying that Demeter is not a bad idea. So the way the game will never show you like 8 gods in one run, unless you do some really interesting stuff. The way that the game works is it shows you different gods until you have 4 boons from 4 different gods.
Bitch, can
In
you?
this case, Grace has 3 different gods:
Yep.
Ares, Athena, and Artemis.
Artemis.
So buying that Demeter would have filled out the rest.
The only reason I'm not a huge fan of Demeter, that's just me personally as a player. I only find that certain boons of hers are worth taking and like honestly just kind of don't do much. I would rather see something like say a Dionysus or a
Which one?
Poseidon to get like what's the fucking fountain one called?
Strong
Drink.
drain.
Yeah,
Drink.
strong drink or hydraulic might, just because it doesn't matter. They don't open up any duo boons. They don't do anything, but they're just good. Like
Yeah.
So
Strong-
the thing with Hydraulic Might though is that Gilgamesh not only doesn't hit that hard base, it's also a lot. It attacks a lot slower than most other fist weapons, so you're
Right.
also getting less hits out of your Hydraulic Might in those first 10 seconds.
yeah.
Demeter at least has Rare Crop, which is really, really good on Doom, as well as
Yeah.
things like
Ravenous
Ravenous Will, or
See, if I had thought about the fact
Yours
that I had a
will-
chance at a rare crop there, I probably would have taken it, but I didn't because I'm stupid.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Bard Meeps, so Chill is quite good in high heat.
Yes.
It's one of those things where it's not very good at speed running
This
because
is the fucking room that I can't get a shop off of, isn't it?
Right.
Sure is.
So Chill does this interesting thing where it slows enemies down. The problem with that is that it also slows down their phasing for bosses,
Dash.
which means that it will take longer for them to actually.
Oh,
die.
we're set up. Okay, Grace, you have to take Nectar now.
I am. That is the
Oh
plan.
man,
The plan was to go in here, get a nectar. Oh, sick. Go to an Ares mini boss. And I'm just gonna.
As long as you're stun locking the skull crushers, you can get them before they launch up on the ground. They don't
So I
usually
guess-
spawn with any armor, so
hopefully it's at this point we probably should actually talk about the Duo Brew Merciful End. What it does is whenever most Ares core boons will apply the Doom status, which is that sword above the enemy's head that it after a second slams down and does an amount of damage. We don't really want to wait around and wait for it to slam down. What Merciful End does, if
Fucking
Grace can roll and maybe
Christ.
pick it up,
unlucky.
Unlucky.
what it does is any deflect effect from any Athena boons will prematurely activate that Doom effect while also increasing its damage. The prerequisite of this Duo boon is any combination of the attack and special from Ares and Athena. The dash just helps us as a vehicle for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it
Sorry,
used
go
to be in early access. It used to be that the dash would activate or like open up Merciful End, and then they realized maybe putting the most powerful duo boon on very very loose prerequisites is a way to flatten a lot of the builds in the game. And every single weapon just ran Merciful End. All weapons used to be 6 Merciful End builds back to back to back to back to back to back.
Mhm.
And
it was
then
highly
they made it so that Merciful End, you can only get it if you have Athena Special, which is really awkward to activate it with. So you need to pick up the dash as well.
We should buy that Afro for
I did.
to fill out the pool. Cool.
So it
The
sucks that I don't.
reason that we want to fill out our boon pool, is once we get our 4 gods, then we can only be offered those 4 gods, which means that we're going to have a much higher likelihood of seeing another Ares or another Athena in Elysium, because we no longer have a keepsake that we can take to force one of those gods.
Flat, you
I
level.
said generally. I said generally, Ryan.
They,
You know,
they do
we got
call
unlucky.
him. They do call him Lat. You're gonna get Merciful End by learning Millard.
I thought it was Lat Big Eats.
I
You'll
mean,
probably get Merciful End.
realistically, we should have known how this was gonna go when I had Merciful End online by Chamber 4 of Tartarus, and didn't have it when I left Tartarus.
You know, Lat's just a man who wears a lot of different hats. We'll leave it at that.
So you can force more than 4 gods with keepsakes, and so it is possible by keepsaking all the way through 2 sticks and getting mildly lucky or unlucky depending on how you want to look at it. You can get all 8 gods in a single run. It just requires an amount of effort.
It requires a lot of effort that makes everyone go, "Why did you do that?" Like, very cool, good job.
And then,
Why did
and then
you
you
take damage?
and then you respond family favorites.
Yes.
And
If you
so
run up-
once you hit 4 gods, the game won't naturally roll you any more gods. If you get
you will-
a 5th or a 6th or a 7th or an 8th, the game will still give you
Hey, can you do me
a chance at any one of those,
In the
but it
back
won't
right here,
naturally
can you
put
get
you
my other
past
glove?
4.
Yeah, Pancake. What the method that Pancake mentioned? If you do that in Tartarus, that's the only way to get all 8 gods in one run.
Yeah, it should be in one of the side
Yeah.
pockets of that bag.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But why you would want an 8 god pool? If I'm going to be shamed into running family favorite instead of privileged status,
Did you
I'm
message
gonna
me?
get the most
Or
damage
say
I can
something?
out of it.
No.
Shamed is an interesting choice of words.
So,
I'm gonna
on the topic of mirror upgrades, family favorites is the green option opposing privilege status, where for every Olympian god boon you have, which includes Hermes but doesn't include chaos boons, you get a 5% global damage bonus to everything you do. So with 8 gods and Hermes, that makes 9. That makes a 45% increase to your damage just permanently. The opposite side of that is privilege status, which requires 2 status curses, which there's a unique one from each Olympian boon, excluding Hermes. That if you have 2 on them, if you have 2 of those status curses on an enemy, privilege status activates, and that enemy takes 40% increased damage from any source.
What is Athena?
Theoretically stronger, but
Athena's is
Exposed.
exposed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from Blinding Flash. The problem is that a lot of these status curses are gated behind another boon. So, for example, for Athena, you need Blinding Flash. For Poseidon, you need Razor Shoals. And, you know, one of the most common questions we get is why family favorites over privileged status. Privileged status is a bigger number must be better. The main reason is that family favorite is active from the moment you pick up your first god boon.
Yeah.
Whereas privileged status isn't usually active until very, very late in a run.
Yeah, family favorites is also like always guaranteed to be what, a minimum of 20%.
Yeah, like 25 with Hermes.
Yeah, with Hermes 25. So it's like you're guaranteed that, whereas I have not seen another Athena boon, so I haven't been able to get exposed. So I can put Doom on, but I can't do anything else.
Time for a boost.
or that very much depends on the weapon.
We got
Certain weapons like Zagbo, where you're not using the special all that often, you will want Pash Dash, Aphrodite's Dash to apply the weak.
Nice.
On things like Nemesis, where you're using the special in your combo quite a lot, then you would be using it on your special. It's very much dependent on the weapon, rather than just a hard and fast rule.
This is a very nice Elysium in terms of free room luck.
In terms of merciful end luck, though,
No.
unlucky.
We're trying.
We're trying. Hunter's Mark. Beautiful boon.
The
Oh,
sack?
God, I've got this.
Hey, there's an Athena.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
skip the mini boss.
skip
It's
mini
fine. You
boss.
have a chaos. Yeah, you
That's
have a
fair, I
chaos.
do have
We're
a
good.
You have a
guarantee.
chaos, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's
And you
always
also-
correct.
You also have a mini boss offering here, I think, right? We haven't seen too many bosses yet.
I don't believe.
No, we
Yes.
haven't.
Yeah.
We
It was
haven't.
it was between mini boss and shop, and then mini boss and Athena.
Whatever. Mini boss is slower than a chaos anyway. Just think about it this way: the mini boss was Asterius.
Yeah.
Yeah, so on Nemesis,
be-
Heartrend is usually Afro Special and Hunter Dash and Party Attack.
You still very much take Artemis attack on Nemesis.
Yeah.
And you take it first over Hunter Dash. Because more crit chances is good.
Yeah.
Christ!
Theoretically, if you're doing theoretically, if you're doing like a crit fist build, which I wouldn't recommend, but I'd imagine you could probably get away with either Aphrodite dash or maybe even like attack with crit special.
Well,
Could be interesting.
Hear me out, all right? So you do Artemis attack,
Yes.
Okay.
Wait.
Aphrodite
never mind.
dash, and heavy knuckle.
I've never heard Light so on board and then so a matter of
I thought we were gonna shill for deadly reversal fists.
No, we're talking
Where
about
you-
heavy knuckle towers.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
You know what? Heavy Knuckle Talus is all right. I can go with that.
Yeah, we in the Hades speedrunning community take our game very seriously. Our game is the most serious thing to us. We show it the utmost respect every time.
See, the real reason why Gilgamesh is the worst fist aspect is because it can't get heavy knuckle.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You are correct. Mirror is a scam. Return to fresh file.
Reminder to anyone that doesn't know, and those that do know, Hades will not be remembered for its amazing times. Its wonderful community. It's going to be remembered because we're a bunch of giant meme lords.
Who will donate for furry fists in a marathon.
Ugh. It will.
I'm pretty sure the exact I've heard from the birds in the trees. The exact donation message was in fact raw nuzzles you pick Gilgamesh.
Dish uwu. Yeah, very pissed.
Pause up in chat.
Pause up in
You're
chat.
right. It should have included pulls up.
Pause up
Missed
in chat.
it.
Man.
God, you'd actually see Privilege Artist making some more play if like the weapon debuffs actually counted. Things like Maim. Imagine
Oh, that'd be
Maim and
insane.
Doom activating Priv status.
That'd be
Gilgamesh
something.
could actually be good.
See, imagine having
I wouldn't go that far.
Imagine having merciful end when you leave Elysium. That couldn't be me.
Yeah.
Imagine getting scammed by God's Legacy. Couldn't be
Imagine.
me.
Yes, at this moment we find out she has pride on.
Oh no, I switched to God's Legacy because I was like, I'm gonna try.
Surely, with the mirror talent that boosts duo and legendary chance, we would not miss out on the key duo for our build, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
In a
Like-
run where we've seen multiple duos on the alternative mirror setup, which
Right.
has less of a chance of seeing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Also keep in mind that this is also the same one where Grace has gotten rush delivery twice. 0 barges.
And like
Yeah.
4
No,
5
I've
fountains.
got rush delivery right now.
No,
Yeah,
no,
we-
no. You have hyper sprint and greater evasion.
Yeah, that's right. I have greater evasion. I didn't get rush
You have
delivery this
hyper
time.
evasion.
Greater evasion.
Hyper evasion.
No.
Yeah,
no
I don't know how
DPS
that
increase.
is mysterious, but it did. Fuck me, I guess.
Yeah, so usually the
What's up, Shade?
fail-safe way to hit both of them is just to hit up on the stick and hit your meg.
Which is what I
Or
did, and
D-pad.
then it just said "fuck me" instead.
The
Yeah, I'm
problem
sure
with
it's
Meg is that there's a short period of time where after you summon her, if you turn like change
yeah.
direction before she actually comes out, there's a moment of time after summoning and before she comes out where her trajectory can change. So you want to wait until those giant Meg circles come out before you do any more movements other than that up input on heroes. Otherwise, you get that weird diagonal or vertical, and it might miss Asterius.
Alternatively,
there's an
sometimes
Ares
when
in
you're
shop.
playing,
Yeah, there is an
High
Ares in the shop,
heat.
so we got one more. We have one more chance at Ares from the Ares or Merciful End from Ares in the shop, if I don't get 3 sacked.
And there's an Athena in the tunnels. So
I
Yeah,
mean,
just 2-stack mentality.
Just 2-sack mentality.
I would say 2-sec mentality. Yeah.
I would choose second mentality.
Like, we
So-
already know that you're getting vermined on this one, so
Right.
just 2-stack
And the thing
mentality.
is, if you take the other tunnel and end up without ME, your dad fight is just going to be slower anyway.
Yeah.
So you might as well just 2-sack mentality, and even if it's a 3-sack, then your dad fight's still going to
Yeah,
be
that's
faster
fair.
than if you had gotten a 2-sack. Yeah, so the way that sacks work in this game is that you have like roughly a 50% chance to find the sack in the second tunnel, which is the earliest you can find it. That's regardless of which ones you choose to take. You'll see speedrunners taking the mini-boss ones just because they're faster. A two-sack mentality is where you take the mini-boss one, the first tunnel, and then just take whatever you want the second tunnel and pray you get a two-sack on the coin flip.
Ooh, Super Satyr.
Maglev's favorite mini-boss.
I love this mini boss, partially because of this.
Look at how many ads there are.
Yeah, look at how little merciful end we have.
All right, let's see. Let's do this first because I'm gonna lose this time anyway.
Yeah. Merciful end.
Nope. So now
no
we're gonna
merciful end.
two-sack mentality it because we have to.
Honestly, there's an argument to taking slicing shot there.
There was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but more Doom.
Yeah, but more doom.
Yeah, but we're due.
We're high rolling anyway. Did we have brilliant riposte?
Yes, we do.
No.
We do have brilliant. We do have brilliant riposte.
We
Yeah.
do have brilliant riposte. It was
Unfortunately.
that or
we
it was
are-
that or
Oh,
sure
no.
footing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, short footing is the better
Okay.
option there.
Sell
Oh,
the
did we
riposte.
take?
Oh,
Maybe we
Oh.
took. Maybe we took it. I can't remember.
we did take brilliant riposte.
Yeah, it was
Brilliant
because it was
Riposte is the
between-
only. So
It's fine.
Brilliant
Surely-
Riposte is the.
Surely we wouldn't find divine protection here.
I mean,
Oh.
Brilliant Riposte is the only. Oh, I don't like the sounds of that. Brilliant Riposte is
No.
the only boon that is the prerequisite of the Athena Legendary Divine Protection. Duo boons and legendaries are actually rolled on the same sort of like counter.
are they?
the-
I
the
thought they were
slot-
separate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
No, they
Roll
roll on the
the
same thing.
Three. Okay.
So whenever
Which you
whenever a boon rarity is rolled, it rolls to see if it is a duo or legendary as a I think 10% chance by base without any modifiers.
That is your fault. I can never remember.
Yeah. And then after it determines that, it then picks randomly out of any of the ones that are available. So if we do happen to see a duo or legendary here, we have a 50-50 chance of seeing Merciful End because the other one will be Divine Protection. Which is why
There's a chance
typically
that we
you
just roll both of them,
There's a chance we
there
don't
is
get
a
either.
chance.
and instead we just roll neither.
Yeah. So,
Truly
yeah, there is-
unlucky.
there is that
We've
chance.
we've had what?
Three,
Six
four,
looks? Like
six?
between rerolls and everything.
6 looks.
6 looks at getting merciful end.
Wow.
Come here.
I've not seen it.
So typically, you'll see runners if they're gunning for a particular duo burn, such as say Mirage Shot on cast weapons, Merciful End on fists, and some other aspects. You typically don't want to. Like runners will typically have a knowledge of what boons do and don't activate other duo burns or legendaries because they roll from the same pool,
And then
and
there's
you
me
want to
who
try
has
and
a shit
avoid
memory.
those. It happens.
A sack fit for a huge three-headed hound.
Fine, we can.
What was that about being under pace there?
Yeah, right?
Underestimate.
Wait a second.
We're underestimate.
Hey, look, we doubled our
we're
crit
under
chance with that
130.
bomb.
Oh, yeah, look, there's brilliant riposte. Yeah, I guess we did have it.
We can palm brilliant riposte.
No, man, pressure points.
We'll go first, but
Okay,
anyway.
sure. We will palm pressure points.
Is this
suppose.
peak Twin Fist 80s gameplay?
I would have done.
Yeah, probably do.
Nah.
But you know,
Nah. 6% crit chance. You should be
pressure
ready on
points palms
time,
are just
cutie.
kind of funny.
Bruh.
But think about how many times the Doom activates when you have Merciful and.
We
Yeah.
have a we
Oh,
have to win this
oh,
fight, by the way, guys.
Wait a minute. Hold on. That's the duo boon that we don't have.
I have fooled you this day.
We have to win. There's a Greek fish. Yeah, as long as I don't take 4 minutes to kill my father, we will be under time.
Also, at least
I believe in
you
your
get a
ability to
ring.
kill your death faster than that.
I think that I think the true feat that we can achieve here is ending this run at the same time that the current all weps world record is.
Yes.
What at 1:37? 10 minutes away from now.
The current record for 6 weapons played back to back is 1:37.
Yeah. We'll sit around for
We're-
10 minutes. I'll let Dad just run in a circle. It'll be fine.
We are absolutely demolishing that time.
Yeah. I entirely anticipated getting fucked over by you people.
Well, yeah. Well, you see, the thing is,
What do you mean, you people?
what people understand is Tonus cheated to get that 137 by playing real weapons.
They're playing real
Like-
weapons, not Gilgamesh.
Let me fish!
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is yes, Tonus has an impressive record, but imagine if he played Lucifer and
Gilgamesh, Hadespear!
and Hadespear.
This is
this
Mag-
does
Magda,
sound like-
This is how you goad Tonus into setting a 136 next week with
Yeah,
Lucifer,
please.
Gilgamesh, Hades.
Please. I think we would actually all just stop. Even the single weapon runners would stop playing the game Hades by Supergiant if Tonus got a fucking 136 with like the most cursed aspects in the world.
Oh no, Grace, please be careful.
Yeah.
I'm trying really hard,
Tonus-
okay?
No. So
Oh,
Tonus
no.
is gonna bust out the 135 using Arthur, Hades, Chaos Shield, Zagbo,
Hey,
Gilgamesh.
Jesus. I'm just
Lucifer.
gonna eat 2 boiling ones! Ah! Nope, I got it. I can't do it.
Oh no.
I can't do it. It's fine.
Grace, not to be
No.
a Debbie Downer, but I think we're gonna go overestimate.
I think I just played that entire thing after getting Merciful End's trigger in Tartarus
Get them-
Chamber 4.
Some F's in the chat for
That's
Grace.
in the chat. Alright, that's
Some
time.
final
It's over.
07s and pause ups.
Pause
That was 3 weapons.
was definitely a
the
3
category
weapons,
does
yeah.
unfortunately say 3 successful victories. But
We lost Kenora.
Well, I guess it means you gotta do another run. Come on, Grace. Get it started up again.
I mean, I already have another run after this. Speaking of
You're right,
which,
you're
you
right.
should probably set that up.
Yeah, we should probably go ahead and get that set up. So,
Yeah. So anyway, I'm sorry I bailed right there at the end. But that was Hades 3 Weps. We're vibing.
A valiant effort.
It was an effort.
A valiant
effort was put in.
For the record, before this morning, I have never played Lucifer, and then Maglev did his thing. And then I was supposed to play Guan Yu until Queen Shi went spin. And then I was like, okay, at least I kind of know how to play Hadespear. And then Gilgamesh just sucks ass.
I do think one you might have ended that a little earlier, but also I feel mildly bad being the one that created the Gilgamesh monster.
no,
I think
we never got Merciful End.
We
What
did
happened
never-
was we never got Merciful
Yeah,
End. on
if
that
I
run.
had
We
had
can say we
Merciful
blame
End, that
Amir
would have
Rao,
probably
studio director
been a lot
of
better.
Supergiant Games. We can blame Amir Rao for blocking Merciful End at every possible.
Yeah.
Infinity
Yeah.
also would have Infinity D would have also saved that run.
Yeah, but Grace only tried to get Merciful End like 7 times and failed every single one.
Exactly.
Only 7 times.
Yeah, so we only failed 7 times to get Merciful End. Only that. Thanks, Amir.
Thanks, Amir.
But that was Hades 3 Weapons. Like we said, we actually have a huge community. There's so many people. Oh my god. There's so many people in the chats in the Discord and stuff that are just getting better every day. Like, I'm pretty sure I was having a conversation with, I think it was Bright, like 2 days ago, and I saw a name I'd never seen before, and Bright's like, yeah, they may or may not get world record in like 2 weeks. And I was just like, what? I don't even know this person. When did they get here? Like, that's how many people there are.
And
that
there's-
kid grew up to be an Anke.
Yeah, and then there's Ananke.
And there's many different things to play. That
Yeah.
I think that needs to be like if
This-
if any heat's your jam, you can any heat. If you want to do multi-wep, that's your jam. There's plenty of meme categories. There's races for all kinds of things. We have
Mhm.
bingo going on.
Yeah, we finally have a bingo that is operational. It's super chill. It's super great. It's a fun game. It supports Supergiant. They do amazing things. But also it's just like on top of all of that, like everybody's super friendly and super fun. So like there's no one in this community that I would necessarily say I dislike. Like I've never met somebody in the Hades community that straight up makes me want to like murder somebody.
The
Oh, that's
problem
good.
with being a 3 weapons runner, though, if you
A
do decide to
glowing
be a 3 weapons
person.
runner,
Yeah.
is that AnimatedElf ends up not thinking you're a 3 weapons runner at all and just calls you an any heat record, an any heat runner
It's okay.
as a total disrespect.
Kenora, at least you got introduced. I didn't actually get my introduction.
I did. I said in Maglev's the reason I'm fucking playing
Maglev.
Lucifer.
Yeah.
I definitely said those words.
Yeah, not even my proper introduction.
We've got 3 runners and Maglev.
And Maglev.
Mm.
So
We love
let's
Billy.
let's introduce Maglev. Maglev is the asshole that can't take jokes and decides to route all of our meme categories. Every meme category that we have that is routed has been done by Maglev, including Meg percent.
The proper way of saying that is, hi, I'm Maglev. I frequently ruin Hades.
Hi, I'm Maglev.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's fun. It's fun. There's runs of all lengths, runs of all times, and we just do our best to vibe, man. We're just here to have a good time. Hades is a good time. Play Hades.
Play Hades. What a great way to wrap this up here. So whoever's on the sticks.
Okay. Intermission and minute Twitch ad.